The House of Parliament on Tuesday, October 22nd, approved VAT exemptions for the Saint Lucia National Trust to improve operational capacity. Prime Minister Honorable Philip J. Pierre urged the other MPs to support the motion and encourage dialogue with the government and stakeholders to find a balance between conservation efforts and public needs.
We want the National Trust to be able to operate in an environment free of fear and free from fear, but we also want the National Trust to be cognizant of the situation in the country. So we need them to have dialogue with the government, have dialogue with stakeholders, so that we can come to a gentle balance, a balance that will normally end in a win-win situation. The National Trust asks to assist in the cash flow by making them VAT exempt. And we agreed, Mr. Speaker, because we really want to cause the National Trust to be able to operate, to be able to do the conservation and what they need to do to protect St. Lucia's patrimony, Mr. Speaker, to protect for the next generation the assets of St. Lucia.
Meanwhile, opposition leader Allen Chastanet criticized the decision, arguing that the trust should use available resources like any other commercial entity to generate revenue.
The National Trust has two relationships. One, it's a conservationist, and at the same time, it is managing properties. It's commercial. Is there not an expectation, some expectation, Mr. Speaker, that as the government and as taxpayers of this country, that's who we represent? We represent the taxpayers. Is it not fair to ask, what has the National Trust been doing in order to reduce the burden of the taxpayers, especially when the state and the people of this country have bestowed and given them that much land? What are they doing with it? Okay, so what are we doing to use Pigeon Island to generate more resources on a regular basis?
Despite the disagreements with the trust with both current and past administrations, the Prime Minister noted disagreement is no valid reason to victimize the organization.
So there will be disagreements sometimes. There will be things we will not agree on. There must be. You can have a society where everybody agrees on everything. But when you disagree with truth. Not disagree with maliciousness and lies. So we are working with the National Trust. We restored the subvention. Because we not believe that because somebody disagrees with you, you must victimize them. You must make them pay. You must make them suffer because they disagree with you. You must threaten them because they disagree with you. You must call them names because they disagree with you. We paid the National Trust the subvention, and we continue to pay it, Mr. Speaker.
Despite opposition, the motion was passed by the lower house. For Choice News Now, I am Chelsea Austinay.